In this video, we're going to be discussing how velocity and discharge can affect the erosion of sediment in a stream. So first, let's discuss in general what erosion is, make sure we understand that erosion is really the transport of sediment, and that sediment was created by the process of weathering from one location to another. So remember from the last unit, weathering is the breakdown of rock into smaller particles, and erosion is then the movement of those particles. So usually weathering and erosion are discussed together because they happen together for the most part. The longer a sediment is carried by a stream, the rounder, smoother, and smaller it becomes. So when it first starts out in a stream, it might be more of an angular shape, and you know that it's been traveled or travels in a stream for a long period of time when it becomes more rounded, smoother, and smaller. And there are two factors that affect the amount and size of sediment a stream can carry, and those are discharge and velocity, which we've already discussed. Remember, discharge is the amount of water flowing through a stream, and velocity is the speed at which that water will flow through the stream. So discharge. If you take a look at this stream, it has a high discharge. There's a lot of water flowing through this stream. So the greater the stream discharge, the more sediment the stream can carry. So this is talking about just the overall amount of sediment that's transported by the stream. So if there's more water flowing through, it's going to carry more sediment. And you can see by how brown looking the water is. It's carrying a lot of sediment. There's so much water moving, it's able to pick up a lot of sediment and carry it. It's also true that the greater the discharge, the larger the particle the stream can carry. So the more water that's moving through that stream, the larger the stuff that it could pick up. So it'll be able to pick up more cobbles or boulder-sized sediment versus just sand, silt, and clay if there isn't very much water flowing through. Velocity is kind of the same thing. The greater the stream velocity, the more sediment the stream can carry. The greater the stream velocity, the larger the particle the stream can carry. So if we were to look at these in a graph form, I would see that as velocity increases, the size of the sediment that the stream can carry also increases. So the faster the water is moving, the larger the particle the stream can carry. It's also true that the faster the water is moving, the greater the amount of sediment it can carry. So for both discharge and velocity, as those increase, the size of the sediment increases, and so does the amount of sediment that can be carried.